Jadi kita dah pun bincang tadi, I have already signed the ikrar. So, Lembaga Pembangunan Industri Pembinaan Malaysia hari ini telah menandatangani Corporate Integrity Pledge sebagai salah satu usaha memastikan segala urusan berkaitan dengan ramai dan pengait industri pembinaan dilaksanakan dengan penuh rasa tanggungjawab dan tulus dan berintegriti. Kita pun sebenarnya telah memulakan usaha ini sejak dah 2008 ya. 2008 kita telah mengadakan training program di mana lebih kurang 35,000 kontraktor telah pun dilatih, dan juga CIDB telah mengeluarkan buku kod etika kontraktor. So sebenarnya we have a press release. I think it's quite obvious, it's quite straightforward. Unless ada specific
tidak akan menjalankan apa-apa amalan perniagaan pada bentuk kesalahan.
Negeri lah. CIDB seluruh negeri lah.
Nak tanya pasal penubuhan mahkamah khas ni.
Ya.
Bila akan diumumkan tu? Dan boleh bagi
kita telah ada mengadakan beberapa seminar sebenarnya dengan industri, dan kita dah mendapatkan feedback on pendapat industri mengenai cadangan ini lah, untuk mengadakan satu mahkamah khas untuk pembinaan, dan the feedback memang sangat positif. So this information we pass on to the Chief Justice punya office, dan Tan Sri Tun Arifin pun is fully aware, and baru-baru ni pun kita pun telah mengadakan satu lawatan ke mahkamah di UK, di mana UK adalah antara first country in the world lah to have such a court. There are not many country yang ada this, but because construction industry is quite an active industry, and kita nak meningkatkan tahap professionalism ni dalam industri ni, so we felt that kita perlukan satu mahkamah ni. So with this mahkamah ni sebenarnya is a three prong approach. Kita ada arbitration. Jadi kalau sesiapa ada dispute dalam kontrak boleh menggunakan arbitration, dan juga kita baru-baru ni Parlimen telah meluluskan apa yang dipanggil SIPA, Construction Industry Payment Education Act, dan ini untuk memastikan bahawa players in the industry get paid. Pasal satu gejala yang kita ada dalam industri ni adalah banyak kali bahawa subkontraktor kadang tak dibayar, kan. Bila subkontraktor tak dibayar, perjalanan projek itu pun boleh terjejas. So Parliament has already passed SIPA ni, Construction Industry Payment Education Act. So dah ada arbitration, ada SIPA. Satu lagi yang kita akan adakan ialah mahkamah ni. So dengan ada ni, Malaysia will be like the center for center of excellence for construction disputes. Dan juga dengan ada ni, kita harapkan bahawa industri pembinaan di Malaysia ni will become more professional, because there's no more such thing as not paying your subcontractor, for example. And also, what is also important is that every company must have good record keeping, because if there's a dispute, then you must have proper record keeping. Okay. Dengan ada SIPA ni, for example, if the subcontractor dispute that he's not being paid, I think the decision will be made within 45 days, kan? So dengan ni kita harap the project will not be affected by late payment. Okay. So we have SIPA, we have arbitration. The next one we're going to have is, insyaAllah, is the construction court. So this will make Malaysia industry, construction industry, very professional. And also because we have this system in place in this region, maybe sesiapa yang ada dispute also will come here. Macam sekarang ni kita ada the KLRCA, kan, the Kuala Lumpur Regional Arbitration Center, RAC.
KLRCA, Kuala Lumpur Regional Center for Arbitration.
Okay. So now if we have the construction court, construction disputes around this region or even around the world can come here. At the moment, many dispute yang ada di Malaysia is going to UK, because they want fast decision. So sometimes they agree to go to settle the dispute in UK. So if we have a construction court di sini, then I think firstly it will benefit industri sini, dan juga it will also benefit maybe the industry around this region, and then that will make Malaysia as a center.
Yang berusaha, para ahli panel yang dihormati, pegawai-pegawai kanan, warga CIDB serta hadirin sekalian. Selamat datang ke Majlis Korporat.
Ada urut-urut mungkin kita maybe 1 or 2 center. InsyaAllah this year. InsyaAllah this year. Tapi of course this decision is not within my control. It is Tun Arifin, the chief judge in decision. So InsyaAllah indication adalah positif. So mungkin most likely this year.
Datuk nak tanya yang tadi salah satu faktor rasuah tu kerana payment lambat tu.
Dalam antaranya lah.
Boleh jelaskan kenapa, apa faktor yang sampai payment lambat?
So, kalau you dah buat kerja, you tak dibayar, tentu you will be affected lah. Your cash flow will be affected, and then because if you maybe you want to get payment faster, maybe you are induce people lah. So proses delay ni affect business. So any delay in decision can affect business. So we should not have delays, because delays affect business, and people, to overcome this delay, sometimes people resort to means yang tak betul lah.
Masalah birokrasi tu?
Birokrasi is one. Yes, birokrasi is one. Okay, I mean macam tadi Dato Sri pun mengatakan bahawa kalau you apply for passport take 6 months, it open opportunity for rasuah. Kalau dia dah siap dalam 1 hari ataupun 1 jam, then there's no need to. So same thing dengan construction payment. Kalau payment is late, then people may be desperate and have to resort to other means lah, which is not acceptable.
Can I add on that? In fact, kan, bila katakan delay in certain process of payment, the byproduct of that delay can end up with corruption. The other part, it is also create an opportunities for the yang kata pegawai yang tak ada integriti, to come into existence to collect rasuah. It is a byproduct, and it also shows certain symptom. Kenapa lambat? You can amount to rasuah, the byproduct of the delay.
Biasa dalam tempoh lama tu patut dibayar.
Kalau ke Islam, jadi sebelum peluh dia kering lah. Tapi dalam contract, it stipulate a time. In a contract, depending on what contract you sign, but in the contract usually is dia mengenal pasti berapa lama payment should be made. So at least within that time. But government itself,
ada SPKB within 14 days, providing all the punya claims to comply with the term and condition lah. Within 14 days, the SPKB.
Sekarang ni kadang-kadang bangunan, you find bangunan ada masalah. Dia kadang related juga dengan subcontractor tu. Kalau subcontractor tak dibayar, dia akan damage benda-benda dalam bangunan tu. Jadi klien pun rugi, negara pun rugi kalau infrastructure kita semua ni ada masalah kan. Because the unhealthy practice. Dia dah suruh orang buat kerja, lepas tu dia dah buat, dia tak bayar dia. Itu.
Ada berapa banyak kes yang dilaporkan berkaitan dengan
there are a lot of complaint, especially to Ministry of Finance lah, yang mengatakan bahawa dia ni adalah subcontractor dan dia tak dibayar. Itu sebabnya kita propose this act SIPA ni. So dengan ada act SIPA ni, kalau you tak dibayar, you boleh initiate education, and you should get a result within 45 days. So this again, Parlimen dah lulus, kita sekarang ni menunggu nak gazette saja. So insyaAllah again this will be in place by this year. So this is good for the industry.
Currently, right, without the courts, how long does it take for cases to resolve for those who don't go to the industry?
It's not for me to say, but you see the problem is that if you don't have a special court, sometimes the judge may not be very familiar. This is very technical. There's a lot of specification details, technical details. So, but if the judge is very familiar with construction, then we expect that these issues will be easily resolved. And imagine if you are as a specialist as a judge for this, After a while, you will learn very quickly, and then you will know the details on, and you can make a decision much faster. You know, so this is what they have found in UK. By having a special court, you can resolve it very fast because the judge become an expert very quickly because he learns all the
technical terms.
So the technical term is no longer very foreign to him, and the problem of one case and another case may be very similar. So he can quickly make a decision. So because our country, construction is quite a major part of the industry, and a lot of dispute because it's very many contractual issue. So the idea of having this court will improve our industry.
Because the court itself so can bind.
Yeah.
It's a binding process.
Yeah.
So would you say there are still quite a few cases pending in court at the moment?
No, the court has improved a lot. I wouldn't say that I think our court have managed to move a lot of cases very quickly. But we are saying, you know, we want it not only quicker, but we want it to be thorough and fair. You know, so if you have a specialist court, there's all these things will come in because professionalism also will come in. Lawyers also will become better, and contractors also knowing that there is a construction court, they will also become more professional. So this is how we change the industry. It looks very simple. We just form a construction court, but the side effect or the trickle down effect is that the industry will improve. The industry will become more professional. And like payment, for example, last time you don't pay. You can get away with it because the other guy also didn't keep record lah semua. So now we are saying no. Within 45 days, you initiate this thing, you will be paid. So everybody will make sure they have records.
Penubuhan mahkamah ni adakah pertama kali di Asia Tenggara?
Ya, antara satu-satunya di dunia. UK dah ada. So we are going to be among the few countries in the world that will have this. We are told by the judge yang di UK tu bahawa dia ada cases from Malaysia. No, it's when you have a dispute, two parties can decide to resolve it anyhow they like. If they think that they can get
it is more on civil cases. Civil cases. It's not.
Yeah. So two parties can decide mana. So if you feel you can get better, fairer, faster, then you go lah. We cannot stop them. But we feel that the moment we have it here, many other cases around this region will come here, and I think that will be good also for this country. Kita tengok bahawa I can't remember. Norida is not here. We don't have the but it's enough to testify untuk mengadakan court ni. Bajet dia tak ada. Dia sebenarnya tak adalah menelan belanja yang berlebihan. Sebenarnya kita hanya menggunakan existing court and existing staff, and just that we specialize kan dia.
We communicate with me, I give you the data.
UK they have the mediator. Another.
Itu saya nak tanya yang setakat ini bagaimana maklum balas daripada dan komen daripada orang ramai yang dikemukakan melalui laman Facebook dan CIDB menggalakkan ke?
Yeah, I think memang this is the way of the future. Sebenarnya kita pun dah kata dalam CIDB that kalau boleh you don't have to complain physically. You know, there should not be any reason for you to come to CIDB. You should be able to communicate mengenai cyberspace ni. Dengan tu and you should be able to track lah kalau you ada complaint. Okay, so saya rasa kita guna Facebook ni bukan hanya untuk complain sebenarnya. Kita juga guna Facebook ni untuk memberitahu orang apa lagi aktiviti yang kita ada. We plan actually to put some training videos as well, so that to encourage bukan hanya kontraktor saja. Kalau katakanlah general layman pun get more involved into DIY and all that, that also be good, because if you can do yourself, better lah. Kalau you boleh do yourself, you employ somebody, it must be better than apa yang you boleh buat lah. And so this concept of DIY semua ni, I think is going to be introduced. We're hoping that if we can create this, then we will introduce some videos and to teach people so that everybody more interested Jadi dia boleh memastikan bahawa kualiti yang orang buat itu lebih baik.
Untuk itu dipersilakan wakil kepada pihak hotel untuk menyampaikan taklimat
memang kita
dipersilakan.
akan explore dengan lebih lanjut. Yeah.
For corporate integrity pledge, right?
Yeah.
Actually, there are people who are against it.
Who are against it?
Yeah, contractors or developers.
Yeah.
It's quite a sensitive issue, probably.
Yeah.
So, in this case, right, are there any ways to, get them to probably agree with you and to cut down the...
No, actually, I as what Dato Sri was saying, people don't want corruption. It's when there are difficult process and then delays, that's when this thing come in. So our job, what we're trying to say is, look at how to improve the process. Kalau we can improve process, there's no need for this. Okay, so in every aspect of life, kalau there's no bureaucratic delays or unnecessarily delay, and if everything move professionally, I think we will reduce this a lot.
Law and order all in place.
Yeah.
Even tak perlu SPRM.
That's right. In fact, we are exploring how to work with SPRM. So one of the things that we were discussing earlier this morning, and maybe we will have a seminar. We also can talk about best practice around the world. Best practice around the world. How other people ensure integrity in their delivery. Yeah. So, for example, we were discussing dalam contract itu itself, you sign a pledge of integrity. So when you enter a tender, you sign a pledge of integrity. Jadi maknanya bila you masuk tender tu, you declare that you are supporting integrity and you're open for observation or cross examination. Then I think it will be healthy for the country.
Even the government contract ada klausa tentang pencegahan rasuah.
So this is a culture that we're trying to spread, and I think if you ask anybody, nobody really like.
But bear in mind, CIDB also is a regulator to all the contractors.
Yeah.
It's somehow rather.
So Dato Sri, would you say that once the SIPA is gazetted and the court is created, would you say that would drastically reduce corruption in the construction industry?
I would think so, because if there's, like I said, one area is delay. If people delay payment, then this is why people are desperate and they lead them to do this kind of thing. But if payment is on time and payment is due where it's due, there's no real reason why you need to resort to other means. Okay, yeah. But again, individually needs to.
Humans.
The devil is very clever.
Humans governance also another aspect.
Yeah.
Especially we are focusing.
But it doesn't add value. The country can become more advanced, more dynamic, more aggressive, and more competitive if we don't have this unnecessarily costs.
Okay, any further questions from the floor? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, terima kasih.